So I just want to put this up front while it's light out. I do curse in this, so if you don't want to watch it, I totally understand. But thanks for watching. It's kind of wet out here, so I'm just going to be doing this thing a little bit because I'm struggling bustle over here. Alright, bye. Hi, my name is Alicia, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. So it's the evening time, a little bit cooler out here. And look, I got a new skeleton shirt. What do you think? Technically a short sleeve, but it's kind of cool out here, so I'm wearing this black warm fuzzy hoodie on top of it. So I don't have no notes, so I'm just gonna do this off the top of my head. People are very strange to me. I've been getting a bunch of readings, horoscopes, tarot readings. People want to come back in your life, and people wonder if you miss them, and you haven't been letting people have access to you, and people notice you've changed, and you haven't been posting on social media. Correct. Yes. It's kind of funny. These same people that these horoscopes and these tarot readings are talking about, or people who I think they're talking about, they didn't care about me or the friendship. I cared for way too long, realized that it was one-sided. They didn't return phone calls, they didn't return texts, they didn't care. When they had access to me, a lot of them weren't good friends, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. We just wasn't on the same page. So for example, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, they wanted to work 9-to-5 jobs. We just wanted different things out of life, and I just think a lot of it, we just were different people, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when you put effort into somebody and they don't return calls, they don't return texts, they leave messages on read, but they don't respond to you, that means a lot of times they don't care about you or the friendship. I just started seeing things for what they are, not for what I want them to be, wish for them to be, hope for them to be. You know, I started to be more, started using more discernment, started being more hyper vigilant. And also, I don't trust easily. So when I noticed people were starting to gossip and spread rumors, I felt like I couldn't trust them. You want me to trust you, but then you're not doing trustworthy behavior. You want me to let you in, but then you're not being a good person yourself. Feeling safe and protected in someone's energy is very underrated nowadays. And you wanted me to let you in my life, but you weren't safe. And so you get mad at me because I don't open up to you in the ways that you want me to. But then you're not a safe person to be vulnerable to. You didn't earn that. Why do you think you deserve the right to that sacred offering when you haven't earned it? And Kane Kerber is absolutely right. I started looking at people in a different way. Instead of just saying, hey, treat people the way you want to be treated, people treat you how they're going to treat you. And people treat you based on how they value you, not how much you like them. So yeah, there were some times where I wanted to be friends with people, but they didn't want to be friends with me because, hey, they got their established friend groups and they just didn't want anybody else. And they had their clique already. They didn't want nobody else. They listened to the lies, gossip, and rumors and said, hey, we don't want this person. They didn't even give me a chance sometimes. And so I respected that and left them alone. In fact, it's getting ready to go off, so give me 1 second and I will be right back. Hey, so it's getting dark out here, daylight savings time. So if I had to make a part 2, I will. But anyways, if somebody doesn't want to be friends with you, let them go. And that's what I started doing and been doing for years. Because the longer you keep hanging around people who's not for you, the longer you keep people that's meant for you away from you. And so I've literally had to stop caring for a lot of people in my life for my own good. Like I've been saying in multiple videos, I cut out my religion. I cut out a lot of toxic people. I cut out friends I thought they were going to be with me for the rest of my life because we just wasn't on the same page anymore. And as hard as that was, once I started doing that, I started to get a lot of successes in a lot of different ways. And so I just find it to be very, 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 very strange that when I stopped caring for my own good, started letting a lot more boats sink. Let me try that again. Ah. When I stopped caring for my own good and I started letting a lot more boats sink, then all of a sudden I started getting crazy ass horoscopes talking about, oh, these people want to be in your life again. They care for you. When they were in my life, they showed me how much they cared for me. It was zero. And I'm not one of those type of people that expects someone to drop everything that they're doing for me all the time. Like, for instance, when my friends passed away, you didn't return phone calls, you didn't return texts. That's not caring. Being silent during moments of success, that's not caring. That's not being supportive. That's slick jealousy. And so I have been really like cutting a lot of people out of my life. And I think people thought, oh, Leisha, she's nice. People took me for granted. Sometimes they still take me for granted. People mistake my kindness for weakness. A lot of times they still mistake my kindness for weakness. And so I started seeing it for what it was and seeing it for what it is, not for what I wish for it to be. And I really started reading the writing on the wall. Hey, these people don't care for me, so I'm just going to be better at it. And I'm not trying to say get on their level, rise above, but at the same time, like, let me repeat what I just said. I'm not saying get down on their level and be as mean as they are, but I just had to let them go for my own good, and I really don't care anymore. And it's getting dark out here, so let me go ahead and finish with this thought. I've been watching a lot of videos, 15 signs you have a strong, intimidating personality, videos that's been saying that if you have a strong, intimidating personality. And I left this comment on that video. Hey y'all, so truth be told, it's too dark out here, so I'm going to re-record all of this for a part 2 tomorrow, but let me just finish up this little end of the thing that got cut off at the last part. This sums up my school experiences and sometimes in the real world too, and why people were being mean for no reason, being jealous and stabbing me in the back, or why some people didn't want to give the friendship a chance, or why people disappeared during hard times. It's their insecurities and not my problem, but I'm definitely aware of it. In recent years, I had to cut out a toxic religion, people, places, and things because I don't need that toxicity in my life. I saw one quote that said, if you keep dealing with negative people, that's what you will keep attracting. I'm on a different path and start to realize that a lot of it came from a place of jealousy. Like, hey, I didn't go for my dreams, so let me try to stop someone from going for theirs. The key is to be aware of negative entities and low energy people and to not let them stop you. And there's nothing like running into these people with your successes to show them that what they did didn't stop you, it just elevates you. I'm really picky on who I let in my sanctuary nowadays, and it helps that I have people on my safe wavelength in my life. So, I just want to say that quote because now I understand why so many people treated me differently throughout the years, cut me out, didn't want to give me a chance. A lot of that made total sense. And I'm going to repeat all of this during the day. But I think we need to start redefining what being alone is, because I'm just going to tell you, I felt very alone when people passed away and my so-called friends disappeared, didn't show up for me, and treated me like a piece of shit and threw me away like a piece of trash. The actual solitude itself, actually being out in nature, being around animals, being in nature like I'm in nature right now, this quiet, this is not harmful. This is very peaceful. What caused me the most harm was people and their low entity, low energy negativity. People, jealousy, negativity, gossiping, spreading rumors. That is what caused me the pain, not being alone. So I just want to point that out, because people sometimes say, but being alone is really bad and you shouldn't cut yourself off. If they're not on your same page and they're being more harmful to you than helpful, bye. Goodbye. I've done it, and it's one of the best things I've ever done for myself. Just cut negative people out of my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here for tonight because it's kind of dark out here. I mean, my shirt looks nice, but you really can't see me that well. So, yep, okay. The light went out, so that's my cue. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.